Clamming's a by-hand business. Between December and March, Watkins Seafood on Wilmington Island will ship from 2.5 to 3 million clams, each one gathered by hand, hauled by hand, and sorted the same way. There's no such thing as bulk when you're clamming. They're sold just like they're gathered, one by one. For those 4 months out of the year, Alvis Howard and Benny Clifton are clammers. No one does it year-round. When the crab season starts, clamming's over. Do you know where the clams are?
No, not when you first get here. You just kind of scout around. You get out here and dig, and when you hit a good spot and you think it is, you stop and you stay here a while, and maybe you wasted a day and maybe you haven't. But mostly it's here. You just got to look for them and know what you're looking for. You just can't go to any place. You have to look for dead shells like on the bank here, and oyster rakes, and a little bit of everything else in the bottom. They won't stay on a muddy bottom. If it's too sticky, they won't stay on it. It's got to be a shell bottom for them.
There are two ways to gather clams, the easy way and the hard way.
The hardest way you can do it. You got to fight the water, the wind. You get here and it's 34 degrees, you get your feet wet, you get cold, and then you go home and you get a cold, and you make a few dollars. You can't make a living out here though. And it's only in the winter time. If I had to do it 365 days a week, I think I'd go back to painting. All right, put pressure on your rake now. Try to keep body pressure off of it, and step right back up on top of the oysters, and the oysters will hold you from getting stuck. You're getting all this down, ain't you? But after a while, you can be walking around this mud, and you can actually feel before you go down. And you know when to stop and when not to stop.
This gets dangerous.
Ben, let's go to Cabbage Island.
Away from the mire of the marsh mud of Tybee Flats is Cabbage Island. Nothing more than a pile of sand, sawgrass, and tons of bleached oyster shells. But they're there, just below the surface,
And if you ever do
clams.
get tired,
Wait until the tide's out, grab a rake, and if you're diligent, you'll find what you're looking for.
this is the easy way. You're out of the water, you got everything right at your feet you need. You got a little bucket you can tote a couple thousand clams around in. You take your bushel basket, you set it off to the side. When you fill it up, you go empty it out. Just throw it on the boat. When you get back to the dock, all you gotta do is count them. And this is the easiest. This is the most fun way of doing it, because you can rest. When you're out there in that water, you humping them big clams, and it's rough on the back and everything. I ain't finding nothing down here though, Benny. I was trying to find one down here. On a good day, if you hump it all day long, 1,000. That's about $30. It's all according to what the market is. Market you lose fluctuates between 5 and 3.
30 bucks.
$30.
And on a bad day, you don't get anything.
On a bad day, you sell for 15. Then you got to cut your gas out of that. And I ain't gonna find no clam to go along with it. You can't find nothing else like this nowhere else. Not for the solitude of it all. And the satisfaction of saying you've done something that most people won't do. That's all I like about it. That's the most important part to me.
The tide's turned. The bucket's full, but not as full as this day's been. Visiting with the Clammers of Wilmington Island. This is Andy Johnston.